What is up, and welcome back to the Seattle Mariners franchise, where we are set for opening day here in Seattle, where we will be taking on the Athletics. But before we get into that, I do want to go over the settings we'll be using for the gameplay in this series, because basically I want to take my influence out of it as much as possible. I want the players to influence the games more than myself. So we'll be using timing for hitting and then just classic pitching. So I'm going to push a button. Everything that happens after that is down to the attributes of the players themselves. I'll also be just using automatic fielding. So the better the players we have, the better the results will be on the field. So Logan Gilbert will get the nod here on opening day, coming off an all-star appearance last season. And here is the starting lineup we're going to go with. Victor Robles hitting leadoff, playing right field. Alec Bohm at third base, hitting second. He had a really good spring training, by the way. Very, very impressed with what we picked up, or what we're going to get from him this season. Julio Rodriguez batting third, playing center field. Cal Raleigh right there behind him, hitting fourth and playing catcher. Luke Raley at first base, hitting fifth. Randy Rosarena hitting sixth at DH. Ken Zone makes the opening day roster. He's actually going to get quite a few looks against right-handed pitching. He can hit righties pretty well, and he's a better defender than a Rosarena, who's a bit of a liability out there sometimes. So he'll be playing left field and hitting seventh. Ryan Bliss at second base hitting eighth, and JP Crawford playing short and hitting ninth. So that's the team. Without further ado, let's get this thing underway. The roof is open at T-Mobile Park on a beautiful sunny day in March. Set to get things underway. Big things expected from the Mariners this season. We want an AL West crown. You see the numbers for Logan Gilbert from last season? Really good numbers individually. Just lacked in the run support department. So we'll see if a better lineup around him can get him a better record this season. So here we go, Logan Gilbert. First pitch underway. The Lawrence Butler. And the season is off and running as Logan Gilbert misses down and in. Gilbert, don't lose him. Oh, he fouled off. Ooh, Cal Raleigh took down the inside of the knee. We do not want to lose Cal Raleigh on the first batter of the season. That would be tragic. Let's try to go up and in again. Gilbert's struggling locating the fastball early on. Locates it there, though. Absolutely perfect pitch. A little bit out over the plate, but he strikes out Lawrence Butler looking. And the season is truly off and running now. Gilbert just a little bit off to start things off with here. We're gonna 3-0 count to Jacob Wilson. We're just gonna go fastball down and away.
Nope, that's ball four.
Oof, Gilbert walks Jacob Wilson on 4 straight pitches, dancing around the strike zone, but just can't quite dial it in. That's definitely not what we're looking for from one of the best pitchers on our staff here. Gilbert, 2-1 pitch to Brent Rooker, really left that one hanging. Hands on giving chase. He will make the catch. Put Rooker away. And then throws the ball to Robles. How Jacob Wilson didn't end up on second base there, I don't know. I'm not sure what Canzone was doing. What was that throw? 1-2 count to Shea Langoliers. Can we climb the ladder on him? We do! And Gilbert gets the strikeout. So 2 Ks in the first for Logan Gilbert. A walk, no runs. Bit of a crazy first inning, but we're settling in. To lead things off in the bottom of the first, we got Victor Robles. That is one of the weirdest batting stances I've ever seen. To be fair, it's been a while since I've seen Robles hit. He's been hurt almost all season, but he lines out on the first pitch to start the bottom of the first. Alec Bohm steps in, gets a fastball down the middle, and he is going to fly out to center. 2 outs on 2 pitches. I mean, to be fair, it was 2 fastballs down the middle. What are you going to do? You got to swing it, though. Julio now with a 1-2 count. Gets out in front of the slider on the outside part of the plate and hits a soft pop-up to left. And Mariners make no noise in the first. Ooh, slash down the line. That's going to be a fair ball in the first hit of the game. Actually bounces over the little wall. And J.J. Bleday is on with a leadoff double in the second. Gilbert struggling to locate pitches here in this first game. That is slapped through the right side. Back-to-back hits for the A's to lead off the second. Gilbert, yeah, he's struggling. Really not locating pitches early on here, and he's just getting tagged now. We need you to pull it together here, Gilbert. There you go. 97 up and in. That's what we're looking for. We're going to go right back to it. Gilbert. Oh, no. That left that out over the plate. Canzone is back. Makes the catch. Tagging at third. Canzone. Does not have the arm. I didn't think he did. I'll hold out hope, but it is 1-0 Oakland in the second. Seth Brown now stepping in for Oakland. Oh, that ball is absolutely crushed. It's going to be Julio giving chase at the wall. Makes the catch. That was a very loud out. Thankfully hit it to the deepest part of the park out there in that right center field gap. Julio able to chase pretty much everything down out there, but man, Gilbert's not looking good. This contract we gave him, suddenly I'm a little bit worried. Ball grounded to JP. Makes the play on to first. The Mariners are out of the second inning, but they do give up a run. Have to put something together, get back in this thing. Crawford, cross. Oh, just a little late to get Lawrence Butler. It was a good play from Crawford in the hole. Want a challenge? Oh, no, he was out. Oh, no, he was definitely out. We're definitely going to challenge that. Crawford actually got him. Gunned him in the hole. He is out. The challenge is successful. First challenge of the season. We got it. Great play by J.P. Crawford. Jacob Wilson on an 0-1 count. Gilbert deliver. He is hanging that slider. He has zero control over that thing today. Let's see what the curveball's saying. Get him on an out pitch here. Oh, he hung the curveball too. Gilbert's not looking good. Let's see if we can go up and in on Wilson. He's probably going to miss his spot and put it way inside. Paints it up and in, and Jacob Wilson caught looking there. Third strikeout of the game for Logan Gilbert. See if Gilbert can go back to that slider on a 1-0 count. That was nowhere near. That should have been on the outside half of the plate, and he threw it inside. Oh, boy. Gilbert. I'm worried about challenging Brent Rooker in with a fastball, but Gilbert's starting to paint that inside corner. He's starting to dial it in a little bit. Let's see if we can climb the ladder up and in on Brent Rooker. Gilbert delivers.
Nope, upstairs.
Perfect pitch, well located. Rooker not interested. Oh, do I want to go with the slider though? He's not. This would be a great pitch to have here, but he locates it outer half. I wanted it off the plate, but at least he didn't hang it down the middle. Gilbert strikes out Brent Rooker to end the third, and he's starting to settle in now. Now we're seeing the Logan Gilbert we need. 2-2 pitch here to Canzone. It's over the place, a slider, and he just rolls over. Grounds out to first. No hit still for the Mariners, man. We got to get something on the board. Ryan Bliss steps in against Osvaldo Bido. He's got our number so far.
That's a ball.
Good pitch in, but just off the plate. Bliss flares one to right. It's going to get down, and it's in the corner and by Lawrence Butler. Bliss has wheels. He's to second. He's around. He's going for three. Ryan Bliss is in there with a triple, and there's the first hit of the Mariners season. Who had Ryan Bliss triple on their bingo cards? I'm betting not very many people. That might just get it done. There goes Bliss. He's going for the plate. It's a good throw, but Ryan Bliss, one of the few players on this Mariners team that does have legit wheels. He is quite quick, and it's an RBI sac fly for J.P. Crawford, and we're all tied up at 1. Grooves a fastball. He flings one down the right field line, but Butler's there to corral that one, and that will end the third inning. So 1 hit, 1 run, and we're all tied up here going to the fourth. Behind 2-0 to Langoliers here. He's going to go with a slider. Hangs it down the middle. That slider is a liability today. I'm not sure if we can even really throw that very much. Try a splitter. We're kind of experimenting behind in the count, but we're kind of desperate at this point. That slider just ain't getting it done. Splitter, though. I thought that was Logan Gilbert. I thought we picked up an injury to Logan Gilbert on the first day of the season. Thankfully, it's Langoliers. He hurts himself swinging at that splitter. Gilbert's okay. 3-2 pitch on the way to Johnny Pereda. Gilbert delivers. Well off the plate with the cutter, but Pereda chases. And another strikeout. 5th of the day for Logan Gilbert. Let's give him the big old curveball, Gilbert. Finish him off. There it is. It's down, Blade. 2 strikeouts on the inning for Gilbert. Oh, boom. Kind of got in on his hands, but he fights it off, and it finds outfield grass. Leadoff single for Alec Bohm here in the 4th. 0 for 1 so far for Julio, but gets a fastball. Oh, it's a slider, middle. It's back. It's off the wall, and that will be a double. Bohm kind of was holding up at second to see. I wasn't sure if that ball was going to get out or if he was going to get caught. It was kind of a 50-50 one, and Bohm probably could have scored on that if he'd been running right away. But Julio Rodriguez with a double, back-to-back hits for the Mariners, and they are threatening here in the 5th. 2-2 count, 2 on. Grounds it through the right side, and that is going to score a pair. Bohm is in, Julio is in, and it's a 3-1 lead for the Seattle Mariners. Big Dumper gets it done. 1-2 count. Arozarena rolls it over. That is going to be an ending double play. Well, the Mariners get some more runs on the board. 2 runs on the Cal Raleigh single, and they lead 3-1 heading to the 5th. Back to the splitter on the outside. Come on, Gilbert. Get the strikeout. There it is. Lawrence Butler way out in front of that one. I think that's his second or third strikeout for Butler today. But Gilbert looking strong now through 5. See if we can get him to chase a slider off the plate. If Gilbert can get it off the plate, he does. And there's the chase from Jacob Wilson. That's the first well-executed slider on a 2-strike count from Logan Gilbert, and he gets the K. Very, very nice outing is turning into for Logan Gilbert. Leaves it up in the zone, and Brent Rooker fires it down the right field line. Robles over to get it. Fires it back in. Is he going to get Rooker? The throw is offline, and Rooker's in there with a double. Now we got a decision to make. Do we leave Gilbert in? I think we definitely start getting Pomeranz warming up. I just had Thornton and Pomeranz were just stretching and getting loose. But now I think we start to look at maybe getting them. Let's just warm them both up. Gilbert's going to have to pitch to Johnny Pereda here. So let's see if we can get ourselves out of this inning, Gilbert. I really want you to get through 6. Hangs a fastball down the middle. Can Julio get there? Of course Julio can. The no-fly zone in full effect. Julio runs it down. Big second out for Logan Gilbert. He owes Julio on that one. That was not a good pitch.
No, ball 4.
Oh, walks J.J. Bleday on 4 straight pitches, and I think that is going to be it for Logan Gilbert here. We're going to go to the bullpen. We're going to go with, do you want a lefty? Yeah, we can go lefty here. Let's go Drew Pomeranz. Actually, didn't call him up early enough in spring training. I didn't realize he was in AAA, so we'll put him in. I haven't actually been able to see him pitch. So we're going to go with Pomeranz here to finish off the 6th. Back to the fastball, down and in. Pomeranz gets him to ground out to Luke Raley. Thought that ball was going to end up down the line, but it doesn't. Raley is there, and we are out of the inning with no runs. Just 1 hit, 1 walk. Gilbert finishes his day. 5 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run. Not a bad outing for his first start of the season. Robles all over the 3rd pitch there from Ferguson, and he lines that one into the gap, and 1 hops the wall. Robles in there with a leadoff double. That was very nearly going to be going for more bases, but he's finally corral it. There we go. Robles is off and running now. First hit of the season for Victor Robles. 0-1 pitch for Bohm. Oh, he lined it back up the middle. That was so close to being an RBI single for Bohm, but Ferguson gets his glove to it. Just didn't have the exit velo there. Only 79 off the bat. If he had gotten that up around 90, that definitely would have been through for a hit. Now Raleigh now up. Really not going to do anything with a leadoff double from Robles, but Raleigh back up the middle. That's going to be the third RBI of the day for the big dumper on another RBI single. Cal Raleigh's having himself a day. What a play. Alec Bohm, diving stop. Throws across. Gets him at first base. That's been two great plays by the left side of our infield. J.P. Crawford earlier in the game with that jumping throw in the hole. Bohm with a diving stop at third. Gets up, plants, and guns it across to get Urshela. Not the quickest guy out of the box, but still a great play from Alec Bohm. Already paying off here for the Mariners this season. 1 on, 2 outs. 1-2 count. Santos delivers. Got him with a changeup down and away. Blade goes down swinging. And the A's are retired in the 8th. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th for the Mariners. 2-2 pitch on its way to Crawford. Fights it off. Actually sprays it to left. Opposite field for JP. And he's going to be into second with a lead-off double. All right, JP Crawford. Nicely done. I don't know if it's his first hit or second hit of the day. I think it's his second hit of the day. And that brings the top of the order back up with nobody out. Here is Victor Robles. He smashes one down the right. Uh-oh. Crawford got caught in the middle of nowhere, and Crawford is...
You're out.
That was unfortunate. I'm not sure what happened to JP Crawford there. We're going to get to see it. He just froze, and then... I don't know what he was... Did he ever even move? I think he was just standing there the whole time until they started running at him, and then he woke up. I don't know what just happened to JP Crawford. As we head to the top of the 9th, Andres Munoz comes in to close it out for the Mariners. Having a great season in real life. Breakout season, you would say, for him. Let's see if he can get the job done here and finish off the A's. Munoz likes to go upstairs with that slider. Let's see if we can get it up and off the plate.
3 balls, 2
Does,
strikes.
executes it really well. Yeloff not interested in that. Let's go back inside with the heater.
4-4.
And he lost him. Oh, Munoz is in trouble here in the 9th. First 2 runners are on. Julio with a wild throw in center field. What was that? Can we get it a little bit more up and in this time, Julio? Or Munoz. Oh, no. Dylan Moore out there in right field. Something happened to Robles. I forgot to mention that. With him base running, I think he got hurt. Something came up and I clicked through it too fast, so we pinch ran Dylan Moore for him last inning. But Dylan Moore is now playing right field, but that's the first out. Runner moves over to third. At least we're a double play away now. Let's see if we can get this thing done. Come on, Munoz. Stop missing pitches down. That's a well executed slider from Andres Munoz. Go up with the fastball. Leaves it over the middle of the plate.
0-2.
0-2 count. Haven't had many of those. We're just going to go straight back to the fastball. Up and in. Perfectly executed. 100 on the inside corner. I'm not sure how Soderstrom got to that. Let's go with a sinker down and away now. See if we can finish him off.
Ball.
Not looking for that one. Back to the up and in fastball. That one got him. I don't know if he got him on the swing or if he got him looking, but it's a strikeout either way. And we're 1 out away now. Let's just go up and in. We know Butler doesn't like the up and in. Leaves it over the center of the plate. Julio's back. He's under it. And that is the ball game. Munoz gets the save. Had to put in some extra work to get it, but he got it there. Gilbert gets the win. Mariners finish this one off and win on opening day 4-1. And some stats from that one. I'd say player of the game, Cal Raleigh. 2 for 3, 3 RBIs, good clutch hitting with runners in scoring position. Ryan Bliss also, though, 2 for 3, had that triple, our first hit of the season, ended up being the tying run in the 3rd on J.P. Crawford's sacrifice fly. Good game from Ryan Bliss. Kind of needed it, too. We were really struggling in the early parts of that game, and Bliss kind of got us going a little bit. Pitching-wise, Logan Gilbert ends up going 5 2/3, 8 Ks, 3 walks, 1 run on 3 hits. Not too bad. Shaky start, but he settled in, found a groove. Opening days can be like that sometimes, and the bullpen ended up doing its job as well. So, good team win. Everyone did their jobs. Love to see that. We're off and running. Unfortunately, Robles did end up getting injured in that 8th inning. Pulled calf, he's going to be out 1 to 2 weeks, so we will probably send him to the 10-day injured list. Yeah, we don't need to risk anything early in the season. We'll send him to the 10-day injured list. Canzone or Marlowe will end up filling in right field for him. Didn't want to lose a player in the first game, but ended up, Athletics lost, did they lose Langoliers? I think they lost their catcher, and we lost our right fielder. Tough day at the office for both teams. We are 3 games into the season at this point, and this is definitely not what we needed to see. Cole Young has sustained a fractured forearm and is out 1 to 2 months. Oh, that is tough. I mean, I guess I was going to auto that one. He's going to end up on the injured list. I just don't know if it's going to be 10-day or 60-day, so I'm just going to auto. Good news, we swept the A's. Yeah, we swept the A's. We beat him 8-1 on that day, but Cole Young, his development was crucial this season for him to get called up next year. Being out for 2 months does not help that situation at all. We're not even through April, and now Johnny Farmello has fractured his arm. He's out 2 to 3 months. This is not a good start. Worse, how have 2 of our 5 best prospects both broken their arms in the first 3 weeks of the season? That's absurd. And now we've just had another player, a catcher in like AA, break his shin. So you know what? I had the injuries turned up just 1 tick because I thought we weren't going to get enough injuries. I was wrong. We're putting those back to the middle. That is insane. We've had a million injuries in the first 4 weeks. And just to recap here, we've got Cole Young out with a broken arm for 1 to 2 months. Nick Raposo with a broken shin. He's the catcher, out 1 to 2 months. Jonathan Diaz tore something in his shoulder. He's out 1 to 2 months. And Johnny Farmello out 1 to 2 months with a broken arm. On top of that, we had Victor Robles pull his calf in the first game of the season, but he's back now. He's okay. And Brian Wu got a blister at some point, but he was fine. He made his next start. So just way too many injuries to start off with here. It's a bit overwhelming. So we have finally reached the end of the month of April. What a month it was. We limped into the finish line here, but we're 18-12, first place in the West, 2-game lead over the Astros. A bit of an up and down month for us, I will say. We really struggled towards the end. Got swept by Toronto down here. 2 out of 3 lost to the Red Sox. Bounced back, got the win there. Then took 2 out of 3 for the Marlins and won the last 2 games of the month against the Angels. It's been interesting. I will say it's been interesting. Not exactly what I expected. Statistically, we're actually very good. We're a top 5 offense in the league so far this season. You can see individually how the players are doing. Crawford's hitting 275. Baum's hitting 314 with 4 home runs. Julio's putting together possibly an MVP season. 346 with 6 home runs in the first month is by far, I mean, to say that's his best start of his career would be an understatement. He's notoriously for getting off to slow starts. He was on fire in April. Cal Raleigh hitting 269 with 7 home runs. Luke Raley, honestly, rakes in this game. He is insane. He's hitting 293 with 7 home runs. Got a little cold towards the end of the month, though. Rosarena is just Randy Rosarena. He's hitting 260. He's going to get you 20 home runs. It's just what he is. Cade Marlowe stepped in to the lineup about mid-April and has really been pretty good. Hitting 250 with 3 home runs. He took over for Canzone, who was in there. Just never really got it going in the first couple of weeks. Marlowe has been just a little bit better. Ryan Bliss has been the surprise of the team so far, hitting 282, even a couple of home runs, and he is not a power guy. So he's been very good. And then Robles, after getting injured in the first game, got off to a bit of a slow start, but has turned it around lately. He is also hitting 292. On the bench, Polanco never got it going. In fact, he was the DH against lefties, but he got replaced by Solano after like the first week. I can't do Polanco. He's just not good. The issue here with Solano is he's 37 and falling off a cliff. I don't even know if he's going to make it to the end of May. But we'll ride that pony until it breaks down, because he's the best that we got right now against lefties for a DH. Polanco might end up having to go back in there, though. Dylan Moore is Dylan Moore. Mitch Garver is actually an improvement over his last season, hitting 211. is an improvement, which is sad, but he is also regressing. I honestly don't even know if I'm going to be able to trade him at this point. He's not worth anywhere near $12 million a year. I don't know what to do. We might be stuck with Mitch Garver, to be honest. And we already went over Canzone and Robles. So the offense has been very good. Pitching-wise, the starters have been lights out. Phenomenal. Gilbert, Kirby, Wu, Castillo, and Miller all have 3 wins to their name. Miller's the only one of the 5 that has a whip over 1. That's how good our starting pitching has been. The bullpen, however, not quite the same story. Snyder's been okay. I haven't had any issues with him. Thornton's been okay. Pomeranz has been a bit hit and miss, I'll be honest. Spire has been the best reliever we've got in 8 1/3. He's 1.08 ERA and whip. Where things have fallen apart is the one I didn't expect. It's the back end of the bullpen. Matt Brash has been terrible. 1.92 whip with a 7.50 ERA. And what he's been getting killed in? Home runs. The thing that he does not give up home runs. He's given up 3 already this year, which matches his totals from the last 2 seasons. Okay? Didn't exactly expect that. And if you think Brash has been bad, Munoz is worse. He's been astronomically worse. A 2.13 whip and a 9.24 ERA. Also a victim of the long ball, giving up 4 home runs already. He only gave up 6 all of last year. He's given up 4 in the month of April. It's actually absurd. What also doesn't make sense is his attributes. Like, his Ks and walks are getting better, but his hits and home runs are getting worse. What? What? How does that make sense? I mean, we've lost so many games. We've already blown 7 saves this season. We're like one of the 3 worst teams in blown saves. I don't have an answer for it, because I'm not like I could take out Munoz. The next guy up would be Brash. He's also ass. I don't know what to do with our bullpen right now. We're just kind of stuck with it. And what hasn't helped has been all the injuries, including, you guessed it, Gregory Santos back out on the injured list, 1 to 2 months with a herniated disc. Good news, though, he did double the amount of appearances he's had for the Mariners before he got hurt. He now has 16 for his career with Seattle. Yeah, that didn't last long, did it? No, and to be fair, he wasn't very good before he got hurt. He had a 3.72 ERA, a 1.45 whip. He hasn't been very effective anyway. So, I mean, our 3 best pitchers, our 3 highest rated pitchers in the bullpen have been the 3 worst pitchers in the bullpen. Tell me how to fix that. And with Santos injured, that means we have an opening in the bullpen that we need to fill. We could promote someone from AAA, and honestly, there's some good options. Saucedo was lights out in April, a .65 whip, a .73 ERA in 12 1/3, 14 strikeouts. He's not even a strikeout guy, but he was dominating in AAA. Personally, don't want to promote him. It's a personal choice for me. I don't like him, but he might help the ball club. That would be another lefty reliever in the pen, though. That would give us 3 lefties. I'm not sure we want to go down that road. Trevor Gott was also very good in 17 2/3, a .91 whip, and a 3.06 ERA. Looks really, really good. He probably would be my first choice to promote. A righty arm gives us another good option out there. Shintaro Fujinami could be another one, though he wasn't really as good as the other 2. His numbers are kind of meh in 8 2/3, so I don't know. Those would be the 3 options. I would lean towards Trevor Gott, although we could also sign a free agent. There's some decent free agents out there. Zach Johnson. I was really looking at Carl Edwards Jr. with the 92 pitching clutch. Seems like we're missing that in the bullpen, the clutch gene. Also, his hits per 9 are really good, but for me, it just feels like the higher rated the player is in the bullpen, the worse they are. I don't know. Do we go over here? We promote like Josh Fleming, a 58 rated, and he's just going to be a demon out of the pen for us? I don't know. I'm not really sure. So that's going to be my question for this episode. What do we do with the open spot in the bullpen? Do we promote someone from AAA, probably Trevor Gott, or do we go and sign a free agent? We have the money to do it. We have plenty of money right now. We've shrunk the payroll a little bit, so I'm not too worried about that. It's an option. Do we sign somebody? Do we promote somebody? Let me know. And that is where we're going to wrap things for today. One thing I haven't figured out going forward is how we're going to do the gameplay side of things. Probably not going to do a full game every single episode. To do it for opening day made sense, but they do take a long time to get through, and I'm not really sure it's worth doing a full game each episode. We might switch over and do some of the key moment scenarios where you have to come in at the end of a game and close it out. or try to score a run late to tie it or win it. So maybe we'll switch over and do some of that, and maybe leave the full games for opening days and then get into the playoffs, maybe some elimination games or something like that. But I'm still yet to figure that part out. But that is it for this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you when we come back for some more Seattle Mariners franchise.